track.
What's up, guys? Should be good here, and today we got a video kind of explaining why I kind of sold my 240SX to get this car. I sold the 240 for a good amount of money, and this is a lot cheaper for it, and somehow everybody thinks that these cars are a lot more expensive to work on, but compared to a S13, you know, it's probably a lot more expensive, or like a Miata or something. But what I had was a real kooky, and parts for them are kind of just a lot more expensive. You know, there's probably 5,000 240SX 97, 98s real ones that were produced in the US, and there's over 120,000 of these. Coilovers, everything around the same price for this car. So with both cars, I wanted finished product to have a 1JZ in it because I love the motor, I love everything about it, I love the platform for it and everything. But for this car, until I get the 1JZ, because that's going to obviously take a lot of funds, it has enough power to do what I want to stock, which, you know, swaying villains, I bought a $500 lifetime membership, so I'm going to need some power to swing the first couple events, otherwise I'm not going to be able to go. But I know a lot of people saying the 240 KA stock has a lot of power, enough power to swing. Well, I've had 3 S14s with the same motor, same trans, no upgrades, and I swung at park 3 times, and the last event was actually my first dry event, and it kind of just blew out my clutch because it just had no power and I had more grip, and it kind of just melted the clutch with it. And I know it sucks, and I know I could have probably pumped up my tires with a little more air, but I decided to just sell it because it was worth a lot of money. It was a real 98 Cobalt. If you look back at my videos, you'll probably see a video of, you know, me swinging that. But this car, stock, it has 276 horsepower to the crank, which means about 240 to the wheels, which is more than enough to get wiggy waggy. So this car came with the open diff, but my plans is to weld it. The only thing I got around to doing the 240, I only had that car for 2 months, but the only thing I got around doing was slamming it on some coilovers and putting some 350Z wheels on it and getting a welded diff. So this thing is kind of my same thing I want to do, plus the 1JZ swap, you know, next season, next dry season. But until then, I'm just going to weld the diff, get coils, get wheels, and it should be just ready to drift and ready to tandem with all the other people with SRs and KATs. I had to do a clutch on this car when I first got it because I got it for a good deal. I drove her up from LA and I burnt the clutch because, you know, it was just going out and it was a stock clutch. But me taking off this trans was 10 times easier than taking off a 240 trans. If you look real quick right in here, you probably can't see it, but you just have a lot more arm room to work with around the valve housing, and every bolt is just a lot easier. The exhaust is a lot easier taken off because it's not, you know, a super old car or nothing. It is pretty old, but for its age, it holds its bolts to grease ratio pretty good. So the only thing that I've done to this car, or actually I haven't done nothing, I only put in the stage 2 carbon Kevlar clutch. But the only other modifications to this car was that it was repainted by the previous owner. It was a single owner by an old man, and he threw this duckbill wing on, which personally I really like. A lot of people don't like them, but I personally love it. I think it goes well with the body line, and it just, you know, brightens up everything. Another thing that the car had on before I bought it was a Nismo S-Tune exhaust. I believe it is off a 2007 or 8 Nismo, but I'm not sure. People in the comments can tell me. It's got a little bit of damage coming around this side on here on the QP. Plan to go wide body with this car, so I'm going to put on some 20x16s in the rear. It's going to be about this far. Wide body's going to come around, and you know what I'm saying. I love the way the 350Zs look. A lot of people are going to say I should have kept my kooky because it looks a lot doper, and I'll throw a picture of it right now. But this car, I just personally love every single thing about it. The body line, just everything. I love the way the headlights go back. Growing up, my mom always had Nissans, and she recently got an Altima back in 2013. And I just love everything about Nissans and how they function and how they're easy to work on and everything about them. My family has always just had Nissans, so I've just been destined to always own one. I love Miatas as well, but I don't have one anymore. Another thing that I got into after buying this car that I really, you know, got me thinking was that a lot of people in the 240 community are kind of quick to be assholes on social media. If, like, you know, I don't really post a lot of stuff on Facebook, but when I do, I swear there's always 3 or 4 assholes commenting on it saying, like, just bullshit stuff, just being an asshole for no apparent reason. And I noticed that as soon as I posted questions about the 350Z and the 350Z groups, I feel like a lot of the owners are a lot more, I don't know, mature or something. I don't know what it is, but they're just, yeah, they just, maybe they got more money or something, but for some reason they're there to help. And you know, when you really are asking for something, they're not going to be like, why haven't you Googled it first? Or fucking, when you posted up something for sale, they're like, I got that for 20 bucks back in 2001. Like, just shut the fuck up. Like, I hate 240 owners that act like assholes. Sometimes I was an asshole when I had a 240, but I swear it's changed me. Driving a 350Z, it's gone through my blood and it's just pumping through my veins now. So yeah, I had to bleed out the 240 blood in my veins. So that's pretty much it. I don't really have a huge explanation on why I sold the 240 for this car, besides that it's just a lot better platform for what I'm doing, and my time in the middle of it, I still want to have fun. I love the thought of having a 1J Kooky swanging the streets and shit, but until then I'll be able to do whatever I want with the VQ, maybe turbo it, maybe supercharge it. Definitely gonna swang it soon.